What if we told you that one of the most talked about appearances at the 2025 Met Gala wasn't just about fashion, but about legacy, power, and an unspoken shift in the hierarchy of global influence? And what if the subtle moves made by Lisa Manaban, better known as Lisa of BLACKPINK, are being decoded by analysts not just in fashion circles but also in boardrooms and investor briefings? In an event long dominated by Western icons and elite tastemakers, Lisa's entrance at the 2025 Met Gala was nothing short of strategic disruption. From the moment she stepped onto the carpet, dressed in a bold Louis Vuitton ensemble that defied conventional Met Gala glamour, it was clear she wasn't just participating, she was making a statement. And that statement resonated far beyond Fashion Week headlines. Even Anna Wintour couldn't ignore the seismic shift. While Wintour remains a symbol of legacy fashion authority, Lisa represented the voice of a new generation, digital, global, uncontainable. Her impact wasn't loud, it was silent but deep. It wasn't about breaking the rules, it was about writing new ones under different rules of engagement, influence, media value, cultural velocity. Trigger moment? A single interview clip post-event where Lisa was asked about her thoughts on the night's theme and the influence of long-standing figures like Anna Wintour. Her answer was elegant, vague on the surface, yet loaded with nuance. "I respect everyone who shaped fashion in their own era. But we're living in a time when voices from all over the world can shape it too. That's exciting." A line that shook millions of viewers and was clipped, shared, and debated across platforms. What Lisa did in that moment wasn't just deliver a soundbite. She issued a declaration of equity. Not against Anna Wintour, but beside her. It wasn't rebellion, it was redefinition. The Met Gala stage, long seen as the ultimate expression of fashion acceptance, had just been reoriented by someone who came not from old-world couture, but from global pop, fandom economics, and the digital frontier. From a business lens, Lisa's appearance generated a media impact value of $21.3 million, surpassing nearly every other attendee and outperforming entire brand campaigns. That's not a moment. That's a market move. She became the highest-ranked celebrity in Met Gala 2025's Power Index, overtaking names like Zendaya, Jennie, and even Rihanna, individuals previously seen as untouchable on this stage. Behind the fabric and flashes was a deep strategy. Lisa, the former Louis Vuitton brand ambassador, didn't just show up wearing LV, she weaponized it. Every stylistic choice was calculated to spark conversation, redefine cultural hierarchy, and extend her brand equity. Brand value were a stock, Lisa's chart would have just exploded. Investors would call it a breakout. Here's the layer most missed. The fashion itself was only one part. Lisa understood something far bigger. That culture is the new currency, and in the post-algorithm era, influence isn't measured by legacy accolades but by reach, resonance, and retention. She wasn't dressing for Vogue, she was dressing for history. There's a deeper business insight here. Lisa didn't just earn the spotlight, she leveraged it. Her presence realigned the marketing conversation, from traditional campaign ROI to influencer-driven narrative economy. Brands don't just want a model anymore, they want a movement. And Lisa brought one with her. A movement powered by millions of global fans, daily impressions, and behavioral impact across demographics. This isn't just about fandom, it's about fintech psychology. When a celebrity can shift perception, behavior, and economic patterns across markets, she isn't just famous, she's a digital asset. Lisa, by showing up in the right place, wearing the right signal, and saying just enough, but never too much, positioned herself as a culture-backed commodity. Her equity is not only social, it's symbolic. By the midpoint of the Met Gala livestream, Lisa's moment had already become one of the most re-watched sequences. Her walk, her pose, even the styling of her hair had been memified, analyzed, commodified. From YouTube shorts to Vogue reviews to academic breakdowns on cultural emergence, Lisa didn't just attend an event, she activated a narrative machine. And here's where the strategy gets brilliant. All of this happened while Lisa stayed silent on the specifics. She never name-dropped, never forced a narrative, never claimed disruption. She just showed up in her own lane, and the world adjusted its traffic. Some say it's genius PR. Others say it's calculated timing. But for those watching closely, Lisa's Met Gala playbook was a case study in personal brand entrepreneurship. She managed to align heritage fashion, Louis Vuitton, cultural symbolism, embroidered homage to Black icons, and contemporary identity, global Gen Z leadership into a single cohesive signal, without having to say it out loud. And Anna Wintour? She was seen exchanging words with Lisa, briefly, just off camera. A moment quickly picked up by fan cams and paparazzi flashes. Some speculated tension, others claimed respect. But the truth may be simpler. A torch was passed, even if subtly. Not taken away, but evolved, reframed. So what's next? When legacy meets velocity, power changes hands quietly. And Lisa didn't just wear a dress, she wore a future. Her Met Gala debut wasn't just a highlight for her. It may be a pivot point for how the fashion world and luxury itself recalibrates its understanding of value. If Anna Wintour represented fashion authority, Lisa may very well represent fashion sovereignty. For industry insiders, Lisa's presence didn't just redefine celebrity performance, it reset the bar for what luxury representation means in the modern economy. While traditional fashion houses still chase exclusivity through heritage and scarcity, Lisa quietly introduced a new model: cultural liquidity. Her appearance was not about gatekeeping, but about opening doors and reshaping what inclusion means at the highest level of aesthetic diplomacy. Her value proposition is no longer just as a muse or model. She is an incubator of influence. Every movement she makes, whether it's a subtle gesture or a red carpet appearance, initiates digital ripple effects, engagement spikes, media cycles, trend replication, and even purchasing decisions. Lisa has transcended the status of celebrity and entered the space of brand architect. Marketers, branding agencies, and equity analysts are beginning to recognize the shift. Lisa isn't just representing fashion, she's forecasting it. And in the wake of her Met Gala domination, many are calling this her IPO moment. Not in the literal financial sense, but in the symbolic sense, Lisa has gone public. Her brand, her story, and her legacy are now global assets. And yet, she navigates it all with stunning minimalism. No grand declarations. No overstated captions. No media overexposure. Lisa's ability to speak through presence, not press, is a rarity in today's hyper-saturated attention economy. That's what makes her elite. She turns silence into status. For those following closely, her recent moves indicate something even deeper, a possible transition from being the face of legacy houses to building one of her own. Fans have speculated about her launching a personal line, or even a creative agency that shapes how Southeast Asian identity is represented globally. If true, Lisa may not only be the new definition of luxury, she could be its new owner. And as for Anna Wintour, one of the most iconic gatekeepers in the fashion world, her brief appearance in this story matters only as a mirror. Not of conflict, but of contrast. While Wintour embodies editorial legacy, Lisa embodies editorial evolution. One mastered magazines. The other now masters momentum. This isn't about replacing the past. It's about reframing the future. Lisa's Met Gala moment was a business case, a branding seminar, and a cultural event all in one. The fashion was flawless, yes, but it was the framework that made history. And as the headlines fade and the red carpet is rolled back up, one truth remains: Lisa didn't just dress for the moment. She designed it. Because the most powerful people in any industry don't just show up. They shape what showing up means. And Lisa? She's not walking into the room anymore. She's building the room, then owning it. Don't blink. This isn't the end. It's the introduction. Subscribe if you believe legacy isn't given, it's built like Lisa just did. And share this with someone who still thinks red carpets are just for showing off gowns. They're for showing you run the game without ever having to play it loud.